Okay, so today, ladies and gentlemen, I have another products review that I want to show you guys and give you some very pertinent information and hopefully save you guys some money. All right, let's get to it. Okay, first up, ladies and gentlemen, let me make sure that you know that I do have my Altissimo book for tenor saxophone, and I this week just recently released my Altissimo book for alto sax. These are both available as a digital purchase. There will be a link in the description below for how you can purchase those. I picked up some key leaves. I do have two of these, but I decided to leave this one in the package. I didn't show you guys that I had this before because, quite frankly, I just forgot. But I wanted to make sure that I showed you this. And by the way, I should tell you that I am not paid or endorsed by any of these people. I spent my own money buying these products. So I have opened one of these already and I'm using it. But I wanted to show you this in the package here. These are very good. This product here, ladies and gentlemen, is a thermometer slash hygrometer. I think I paid around $12 for this thing. Actually, you get 4 of these for around $12. And you can see it reads the humidity and it reads the temperature. I really like having something like this because I do a lot of recordings, and this gives me a really good idea of about where my reads are going to settle and how my intonation is going to be. These things are priceless. I actually ordered another 4 of these and I have them scattered around the house if I need to do recordings or something like that there. So you can see the humidity and the temperature going up just from me having this thing in my hand. So once again, you get 4 of these in a pack. I bought these with my money, so I'm not paid or endorsed by any of this. Okay. Let's move on. As you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, I have some headphones. These are the Audio Technica ones. They are the something 50 ones. One thing that you need to be aware of is that these headphone jack cables are becoming a thing of the past. Now, over here, I have an adapter because if any of you are in the market for a new phone, you're going to notice that a lot of these phones aren't going to come with a headphone jack. You're going to come with the USB-C or whatever Apple is doing, but you're going to need some type of converter. All these converters that I have here, they all work well with my headphones, but they do greatly diminish the sound volume. There's a little bit of quality loss with them also. So I picked up this Ceremonic one that's a USB-C microphone, but I've had some issues with this. My phone is what I use to pretty much do all of these videos, and I have the latest and greatest from Samsung, Galaxy S21 Plus, and I've had some issues with this. But they do make some other products that can amplify the signal. And also, this was a complete disaster when I was using the headphone style microphones that plug into the phone. So I had absolutely no success with these whatsoever. So this is something to keep in mind if you either have one of these phones or if you're looking to get a phone. You need to decide how much recording you're going to do to determine whether you're going to need to get one of these types of adapters or whether you just buy a phone that actually still has the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack and cable. Okay. Right here I have an extraordinarily compact and foldable inside the bell saxophone stand for my alto saxophone. I haven't even tried to put this on my tenor, and I don't know if this will actually fit with a curved soprano sax. It would be nice if it did, but it still wouldn't fit inside the bell. This thing can be folded up as you see here. This comes out. I picked this up on Amazon, but one of the things you have to keep in mind with something like this is that although it does hold the saxophone relatively well, it is a little scary just having it on something like this. So let me grab my Alto and just set it up here. Boom. This does fit inside the bell, like I said. There are a lot of these. I imagine that some of them are a little different from other ones, but as you can see, this thing folds pretty nicely and very quickly. But, you know, it's not the kind of thing I would want to leave the instrument on the stand and then like walk away. That's just me though. Okay. I do have a Hercules stand here. This part here is adjustable, but it always winds up getting put in a position like this, which is pretty annoying. But the reason why I stopped buying the Hercules stands is because when I was working on cruise ships, oh my goodness, these things are very, very heavy. They stopped giving us a weight advantage. Usually, if you're a sailor or you're in the military or something like this, you get like your weight wave, but they stopped doing that years, probably 10, 15 years ago. So having something like this is very heavy. It's sturdy when these things are in the right place. It's adjustable. But other than that, I do think that these are pretty good stands. But since I'm not doing ships anymore, I am a little concerned with this issue here. You can adjust this to your liking, but I like having one that I can use for both alto and tenor. So it can be a bit cumbersome having to just screw this thing down. So take these things into consideration when you are considering what to buy and what costs, and if you travel a lot and that whole bit. Okay, let's move on. Okay, before I finish, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to bring this up, and I feel like I need to talk about this every 6 or 7 videos, but there's a lot of stuff that's on YouTube in terms of reviews that are actually demos. A review should have objectivity to it, and you shouldn't be afraid to actually talk about a product if there are defects with it. The whole point, at least in my opinion, is that as a consumer, because I buy all this stuff out of pocket, is that I want to know what I'm going to get for my money and what kind of quality control is there with the product. I know a lot of people are just terrified, say anything negative about a product. Manufacturers gift people stuff, but as a consumer, if you are a consumer, you're looking to buy any of this kind of stuff, first and foremost, make absolutely certain you understand what the return policy is. Now, I've never really gone into this at all, but when I worked on cruise ships, I could not return anything. Even if I next day express sent something, it would still take 2 months for me to get it, because it has to go to a separate factory where all the mail is sorted. So all the ships that work for that company go to one place and it all gets sorted. So there are literally tens of thousands of parcels of mail that need to get sorted, and then it gets shipped out to the ships, and then it gets to the ship, and then I can't even pick it up until the next day. Once I'm on the ship, if it is a problem, I have to wait until the end of that week to even try to return the product. Usually we were there on a Sunday, so that was an issue, trying to find a place to even send it back. And also, I wasn't able to get off the ship every week. So between the 2 months that it would take before I even got a product, if the product was defective, it could take me 2 weeks to even send it back, and then another 2 months for the product to even be shipped back. So now we're very, very much looking at 5, maybe even 6 months. That's almost half a year. Chances are I'm not even going to be on the ship that long, and they will not forward your mail anywhere. They would either just open it and keep it, or they would just take it to the incinerator. So if you pay $500-$600 for a mouthpiece, it's defective, guess what? You're better off just keeping it and figuring out what to do with it later. Let alone like a saxophone or something like this, I would pretty much just have to wait till the end of my contract to figure out what I was going to do. And I have bought a lot of products that I got burnt on. I'm probably out $3,000-$4,000 from reading reviews that didn't go into detail about the quality of the products. If so-called reviews were explicit about even going into details about defects and this kind of thing. So a lot of what you're seeing are demos. So like I said before, I just want to reiterate this, make sure you understand the return policy. Okay, so I'm gonna do some more product review stuff. I got a lot more Alto stuff coming, some more Tenor stuff coming. If you like this kind of stuff, you can buy me a piece of cake. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you. See ya!